it's Des with Divine Geomatrix DJ Readings. I hope you guys had a great week and an even better weekend. I know that last week there were a lot of messages that Spirit wanted us to really confront and really have an open conversation about. But a big one for our Wisdom Wednesday was about balancing out our passions and how we can find more fulfillment and purpose in our lives just by following our passions and those things that really, feed us and fuel us on a spiritual level, on a physical level, on a mental level, on an emotional level, all of the above. And who's to say that those things might not turn into a business endeavor? So let me know if you guys resonated with those messages. I did do a pre-shuffle today simply because last week we had a pretty lengthy message, and I'm trying to cut my videos a little bit shorter. So I already did a pre-shuffle. I premeditated on my cards. One thing I have not done yet is burn my Palo Santo, just to create a little bit more space and to open up the energies around me, so that I can talk about whatever the divine wants to converse about. Alrighty? So, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm feeling a little today. It really took me a lot to sit here and set up everything to create this video. I hope that whatever messages that do come through resonate with you guys and have some sort of a purpose for me making this video. I know regardless if I'm feeling it or not, it's important for me to do this work, and this is what I'm being called to do, so I need to listen and open up a little bit more. Why is this thing not burning? Alright, so I hope you guys don't mind. I actually have the fan on right now and it's on full blast, so I hope you guys can hear me. But it is extremely hot in my house and we do not have AC, at least not yet. So yeah, just also adding to my mood. But yeah, let's go ahead and just open it up today. I'm not even going to play my Tibetan singing bowl. I'm just going to dive right into the message. And I hope you guys can have the patience to stick around with me. One thing I want to say is please do not mind this disgustingness on my nails. I plan on repainting them later today, just haven't had the time to do it. Or, can't say that. I haven't gotten around to it. So, right off the bat, like I said, I did pre-shuffle, but the bottom of the deck for our collective energy is Storm Warning upright. And then we have, for our Moonology deck, we have Balance, Spirituality, and Practicality. So, I don't necessarily know what this is about just yet, but right off the bat, it does feel like something's approaching and we feel it. It could be maybe an abrupt change. Usually the number 10 signifies a ending of a cycle and a beginning of a cycle. So maybe we're just closing out some of the old cycles that no longer, resonate, or those cycles that no longer serve a purpose. Looking at my book, it says that it indicates a potential difficulty either in the external world or within yourself and your emotional life. The difficulty is coming closer, and you may have already heard rumblings of potential problems around you. The caution here is to be cautious yet not fearful. Consider what's going on and look at the situation with calm clarity. Investigate your options and honor yourself and your intentions. Stand up for yourself and take action on your own behalf. As with all difficulty, even the worst storm passes. Always remember you have the power and the wisdom to handle whatever may come your way. Okay, so that sets the tone a little bit for our reading. Let's go ahead and see what else Spirit has for us. We do have a lot of cards to go over today. Honestly, there was a big chunk that flew out and I was like, I don't really want to take this, but Spirit was like, you gotta take it. I even put it back in my deck, and I'm pretty sure that the same cards that flew out in a chunk fell out anyways. So let's go ahead and see what they have to say. Is this upright? Okay, so rest and rejuvenation in reverse. We have indecision, and this is upright. Ooh, okay. Fifth chakra, Archangel Gabriel, and this is in reverse. Okay, I kind of get a feel of what's going on here. Let me just grab one more card and we can talk about it. Adjacent possibilities, upright. All right, so this first row right off the bat, kind of going back to what we were talking about last week about following your passions and it might lead to a career opportunity. Well, Spirit is telling us at least that, let me just make sure that I have this one card right. Hold on. Okay. Okay, so Spirit is talking about how with this storm warning card, it could be because we might be overworking ourselves a little bit, and Spirit wants to remind us, yes, it is important to get the things done that tie into our business endeavors, our spiritual awakening, just to the overall idea of enlightenment. But we need to sit and rest and rejuvenate and recharge ourselves in order to continue going at that speed. So if we don't check in with our bodies and our emotional state, our mental state actually might start to deteriorate. And then if we allow our mental state to just kind of fall, we're losing focus. And then also we're losing momentum because our physical body is so extremely fatigued that we just need a break. It is very important just to sit and take a minute for yourself. I understand that we all have a lot to do, and right now it's one of those years where it feels like we need to start slowing down, but we keep fighting it and we want to just go. But this year is a year of slowing down in a sense. It is time to really look within ourselves and to check our emotions, because those emotions are the ones that are affecting our physical bodies, and then also the physical bodies is what is affecting our mental state as well. So everything ties into one. I know that collectively there's a lot going on in our world, therefore this could cause a lot of breakdown in the body, whether it's physical, whether it's emotional, whether it's mental. All of these things tie in with what we see and what we hear and what we experience on a day-to-day basis in our world. So it's time to really stop and just reflect on the things that we're absorbing, kind of cleanse our sponge a little bit so that we can take on more. I'm not sitting here telling you to take on negative energy, but to protect your energy, re-cleanse your energies so that when you do absorb energies, whether good, bad, or indifferent, at least you're able to do it once more, where you can sit, reflect, rinse off, and recharge yourself. Therefore, you can continue going. Does that make sense? Also, we have indecision. So indecision upright. For me, this signifies that you're at a crossroads in your life. It could be because of your spiritual awakening. You might be fighting that 3D version of yourself versus your spiritual version of yourself. When I say 3D, I'm talking about the physical. So I'm talking about this physical reality. When we wake up in the morning, we wake up to this type of reality, right? But in our reality, we have the power to create our dreams, or a dream-like reality that better suits ourselves and caters to our soul selves, versus what the reality that was created from our higher ups, or those who in a sense don't necessarily have our best interest at heart. Okay, so with that being said, a lot of you might be waking up spiritually. A lot of you guys might have been on this spiritual journey for a little while now, but it's at this point in your life where you do have to make a decision. Either you continue going the way that you've been going and hope that you don't get left behind, or you can make a decision to go down a different road and see if that better suits your new reality, better suits to your new life, okay? Follow me here. I'm sorry, guys. Again, I'm a little foggy, so I'm doing the best I can right now, okay? We have 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel, and it is upside down. So for this reversal card, for me, it talks about how because you're in this state of indecision, you might be lacking in your throat chakra because it's time to communicate. It's time to share the things that you've been going through, whether it's the emotional battles, the mental battles, the physical battles, it doesn't matter, all of the above. We're meant to share those experiences with the world. Therefore, we can all, in a sense, see that we're not the only ones experiencing these things and kind of form a greater tribe or a sense of a safe place for each other, so we can talk about our spiritual awakening without feeling like outside parties who don't necessarily have our best interests have that open door to come and, you know, try to give us their opinion. Because at the end of the day, when we are going through a spiritual awakening, a lot of the times people who have envy in their heart tend to want to put their 2 cents in, not necessarily because they're looking out for your best interest, but because they're trying to keep you in a lower vibrational state. So continue raising your vibration, but in order to do that, it does take, first of all, it does take, you know, sitting down and taking a break every now and again. And then it also takes that leap of faith, or taking that next step to a new direction, a new choice. In return, when all of these are done, most importantly, the decision is made, you find this card at the end, right? Adjacent possibilities. So what it's telling me is that once we start using our voices and really communicating with our peers about the experiences that we're going through, it's going to lead to better opportunities and, in a sense, maybe even more abundance all around for ourselves. So let's go ahead and talk about the next set of cards. We lead up to All Tied Up in reverse, Deceit in reverse, The Garden and the Gate in reverse, Yin and Yang, and then Door to Value, upright. These are great cards. So give me a second to process this really quick, just to give you a little bit more of a storyline instead of talking per individual card. Alright, so there might be things that we have been feeling, in a sense, trapped with, maybe mental prisons that we've created, you know, for a long time now, that are basically about to break. We feel this abrupt change coming, and we're not necessarily sure about the things that are coming, but it's kind of like that, I know I no longer resonate with the things that I was doing in the past. And I know I want to change my routine, in a sense, or the little things that I do on a day-to-day basis by, you know, focusing on the little baby steps. And a lot of it is going to be spirituality. If we focus on the little things that we can do in that moment, for example, maybe instead of in the morning looking at your phone right away, you know, putting on affirmations and just taking a few deep breaths. Wow, I'm telling you, like, it's the mood. Waking up and just taking a few moments to take a deep breath, and listen to those affirmations replaying in your mind, so your subconscious is hearing them, listening to them, hearing them, and really resonating with those things. As you're doing that, you're actually manifesting. The more that you believe it, the more that you say it, the more that you believe it, like I said, the more you're manifesting, and the quicker you're actually manifesting at that time. But it does feel like those binds, or those cages, those mental prisons, are about to break, and it signifies a breakthrough for you, to really fly and soar from higher perspectives, okay? So if you think of birds, any kind of bird, it could be an eagle, a hawk, it could be, a seagull. They, anytime that they're higher up, they can see a better perspective, whether it's because they're hunting, whether it's because they're simply just gliding through the air and enjoying that wind. They're able to see a higher perspective. So when we raise our vibration, we're able to see a higher perspective, and therefore we're able to see the reality or the truth to our realities about the things that may not resonate with us anymore, the things that just no longer cater to the person that we are and the person we're meant to be. Deceit in reverse is actually a good thing. So this is telling you that you have broken free, or you are about to break free from some limitations and from self-doubt that has really binded you from moving forward. So this right here is probably one of the best things that I've seen in a very long time. It's telling me that we have done the work to create space so that we can take a leap of faith and know that because of that open space, whatever's on the other side is going to provide us with just more abundance, because we're telling the universe that, okay, I'm ready, and I know and accept that I'm not in control here. I'm just listening to whatever signs and little guides that you're sending me along the way. So good job. I'm glad that you guys are listening to your spirits. I'm glad to hear and see that we as a collective are really raising our vibration to start a new life, especially in spirituality. One thing that I do want to talk about with the garden and the gate, though, specifically, so looking at my book, it talks about you may have been obsessed with worldly issues before, but your readiness to go deeper is now here. Many people believe that they cannot live in a material world, make lots of money, and engage in spiritual priorities at the same time. But you now realize that this isn't true. In fact, you can bring this wonderful spiritual focus to any endeavor. And when you do, you'll find that beyond your garden, the universe is willing to fill your life with beauty and joy. Expect the unexpected, for joyous synchronicity abounds. So, yeah, Spirit is definitely working within you guys and moving things in your life so that you can incorporate more spirituality and more spiritual practices in your everyday life. Therefore, going back to last week, it is time to recreate our routines, recreate our lifestyle in a sense. But it does start off with the baby steps, right? So we break that big lifestyle and break it down to routines. And from routines, we break it down to day, right? So day to day, yeah, it's going to fluctuate. But what are the things that you just do not want to give up? It could be working out. It could be taking a walk in the mornings. It could be meditating in the morning and at night. It could be reading a book. It could be journaling. All of these things are great ways to release energy and, in a sense, hold yourself accountable of everyday release. Because it's easy for us to get caught up in our day-to-day. It's easy to say, you know what, I'm tired, I don't want to do it today. I understand. But the more that we push through the uncomfortable, the more we push through those moments of, in a sense, weakness that we just want to give up, we're actually telling our spirit, look, I see you, I feel you, I know you're in there, and I haven't forgotten about you, and I know you're just as important as the reflection I see in the mirror. Okay? It's just as simple as that. I also wanted to really highlight the deceit card really quick. So this card, upright, can talk about how we might have some limiting beliefs that are stunting our growth. And when it's in reverse, it says that the deceit of the past is over and about to end. So perhaps some, negative energy is being dissolved. Maybe even an open communication has developed in your personal life. Be assured that the negative and dishonest energy is on its way out, and take advantage of a new, peaceful, and open environment. One where you will be able to forge more success and greater comfort. Okay, that's great. So it's telling you that the period of self-deceit is over. and that you're not ready to see the abiding truth of your own value, power, and deserving. It may take continued effort, but your honesty with yourself regarding these truths will bring even greater value into your life. That's great. So we are getting ready to move forward from those binding energies and those energies that once trapped us. Okay, we're looking to seek more balance in our lives, more of that yin, more of that yang, kind of finding a flow in between the two. It could be within your romantic partnerships. It could be within your own life. Honestly, it could be all of it. And then we have door to value upright. So Spirit is really telling you to stay in alignment and continue doing the work, continue doing the healing, because they do have a door that's about to open for you, and it's full of abundance, it's full of prosperity, it's full of balance and harmony. Wow. It's full of joy and bliss, all of the above. Okay? Is this supposed to be in reverse? Okay. Not sure why these cards are reversed, but I have victory in reverse, woman holding a heart in reverse. Oh. Archangel Uriel, the crown chakra, and the thinking woman in reverse. So to me, Spirit is basically giving me a roadmap of where we are. So the first row was where we are. The second row is once we make one decision, that new decision, going down a different path, and what could lead into that, right? And then if we were to stick with the same cycle, okay? So the victory card, the woman holding a heart, the seventh chakra, and the thinking woman, those are all tying into if we stay in the same cycle, okay? So Spirit is saying that if we do stay in the same cycle and we choose to go down the same road, it's not that we're going to necessarily be left behind, but our goals that we have in mind and those things that we want to get done, in a sense, they aren't going to be as victorious, because we wouldn't have that love in our heart to continue moving forward and continue receiving the messages from our crown chakra, from the divine. Therefore, it's going to cause more anxieties and more emotional turmoil to continue sitting in this thinking energy, this pensive energy. Let's see. Let me just... I've been using my book a lot today. I'm sorry, guys. I'm telling you, it's a whole mood. Okay, so yeah, it could lead to you being confused about your personal purpose and disconnected from your heart's true path. So yeah, it feels like if we continue with the same cycle, we're just going to really stick with this energy that isn't helping our overall growth, our overall betterment, our overall ascension. So Spirit is just telling you, and that could be what the storm warning is. The storm warning is basically telling you that you either go down one road or you go down the other. But if you go down the same road that you've been going down, thus far, it might not lead to the best. So you might want to take a leap of faith, okay? So you might want to take a leap of faith and know that beyond the gate, there is a door to value, okay? There might be more balance, and maybe even possibilities. I think that Spirit is trying to tell us that, look, I don't want you to stick with this binding energy that doesn't serve you a purpose. I want to guide you into a life of love and a life of bliss, a life of joy. Looking back at your childhood and seeing the ways that you can incorporate those things that really brought you joy when you were younger, and how you can cater to those things so that they can create more space for more abundance. Okay? Don't let your pride get in the way. We have Leo energy here. Prosperity lies ahead. Definitely. And that's only if we take that leap of faith, right? A win-win outcome is forecasted. Okay? So if you do take a leap of faith, a win-win outcome is forecasted for you. Have faith in your dreams. Definitely. It's time to take a leap of faith. A time for healing. Yes. Rest and rejuvenation is very important. Emotions are running high. Checking in on your emotions and finding ways that you can help balance those emotions. A personal issue reaches resolution. Okay, so this to me talks about the emotions and those things that in a sense, the mental prisons that we've been captured by for so long, held captive, and just, I'm hearing binded, I'm hearing tied. So we've been really tied up, and it's our own doing. Nothing will come of the solution. So this is telling you nothing is going to come with the solution or nothing is going to come of the situation of staying down the same route. Okay, so you have two paths here, very clear. The first one was the first row was simply talking about where we are and what we need to do in order to create more space and to incorporate the healing, which is to rest and rejuvenate, to continue doing the work, but also taking breaks in between, to making sure that we're regaining our energy and recharging our batteries so that we can continue going and still staying with that momentum. It is telling us that it's time to make a decision, whether you're going to continue with this lifestyle that no longer resonates with you, or you're going to move on and recreate a brand new life by starting off with your routine, incorporating more spirituality into your life, but balancing spirituality and practicality. And then it's saying that your dreams need a practical plan. So don't give up, but it is time to take action on those energies and on those goals. Spirit really wants to, provide the abundance that you so rightly deserve, but they also want to know that you're listening and that you understand you're not in control, and that you understand that expectations are only going to set you up in a sense for failure, because it's smarter to expect the unexpected, especially when dealing with the universe. Manifestation works, and law of attraction is very much real. However, when we expect things and we have a certain perspective on the outcome, we never quite get to that exact perspective. So letting go and understanding that we're not in control and that everything is up to the divine and that we're just being guided, you're going to be just fine. I do challenge those who are resisting to find ways to let go of the resistance, to really tap into their own energies and find ways to balance out their emotions, and therefore get the help that they need in order to push through this spiritual awakening. We do not want you to be left behind, but right now the world is going very quick, and there's a lot of darkness in our world, so we need more light seekers, we need more light workers, and we need more people to lead by example. So it does start with you, and in order to be that change, you need to be the change within yourself first. I hope that you found insight and clarity on this message. I'm sorry that I wasn't quite all there today. I will definitely see you guys in the next couple days. I'm hoping to drop a pick a card reading tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. And don't forget about our Wisdom Wednesday on Instagram Live on Wednesday at 2 o'clock. So I'll see you guys soon. I love you guys so much. If you need to book a personal reading, I am also available for that as well. You can find my information in the bio down below. If you found insight in this video, if you can just like and subscribe, even share if you can, and then don't forget that notification bell in the corner. I love you guys. With love and light, namaste.